Hi, my name is Chloe DeValcy. I live in London. I've been living in London for the past 12 years, where I have studied business and a PhD in formulation science. I've been working in the healthcare sector and decided to jump into the next phase into creating a recruitment agency into the healthcare sector.
Hi, my name is Amolo, and I'm a student studying international business management. We looked at this business model a year ago and then decided that it was about time, it was the right thing for us to do. Our plans is to start the business as soon as possible, and we have looked at the course, so we're kind of familiar with it. We've taken one or two lessons, and we are going to the next phase with the business.
This is our first training session since we have signed up for the program. During the program, the day we signed up was 3 weeks ago, we received a detailed packaging with quite a lot of information on how to set up the company and different manuals to help us successfully set up the company. And today we have one of 12 one-to-one session with a mentor to help us through the process of the business, which is really an important step when you are going out and starting a business on your own with limited knowledge in that sector, to have that hands-on mentor to help you along the way, to guide you and have an infrastructure that will lead to success. Today our session was about 2 hours, and we cover extensively how to get into different database in order to identify job position. Today's we had our 2-hour session which cover extensively how to identify vacant position from different companies, to how to identify suitable candidates from a candidate database for that position. We have made calls to both candidates and to the company advertising the vacancy. And on both calls, with just one call with our mentor, we were able to successfully have a positive feedback from both the advertiser, the employer, saying yes, send the candidate CV forward, and the candidate and being interested into the position.
So it was very good to go through the training session with Joe, because it made it look so easy to have the conversations with the prospective candidates and the prospective employers. And then the whole procedure of being able to source the candidates and being able to, looking at the CV, using the keywords, and then phoning up the prospective employer and trying to negotiate was very interesting. It made it so much easier. One of the biggest barriers we've had is approaching prospective clients, or being able to talk to them on the phone. So that in one phone call, 2 phone calls, it made it look very, very easy for us. So it took a weight off our minds, which is very good for us. So we're ready to move on to the next step because of it. It's very encouraging. We like that very much.
Our target and goals is in the next 12 weeks, while we have the one-to-one mentorship, is to quadruple our initial investment, therefore earning £60,000 for the first 3 months, and doubling that target to £120,000 the next 6 months, and over £1 million for the year by the end of 12 months. This is a very ambitious target, but with the infrastructure of the course, the mentorship, and the team willingness and hard effort, we are confident that we will reach those targets.
We did some research and we found out that there is a niche in the healthcare industry, which is about 100,000 vacancies we have. And my partners and I they both have some experience in the healthcare industry, and who are interested in healthcare and social work, and also doctors and placement of doctors in the healthcare industry.
So with Brexit and the healthcare being supplied largely by migrant worker across the border, that makes it a very interesting time to be in that sector. Each day there are, I think, 35,000 vacancies within that sector. So there's definitely a need for agencies, for suppliers in that industry. And also on the other more human side of the equation is that to actually provide a service that increase the viability of people's life, whether in the healthcare or the social care, is very important to us. Is also to have a company that does contribute to society's well-being.
So from the training that we're going to be getting, we plan to first of all use this model in the UK, and later on we're planning to transfer the model to other different countries. As for example, like in East Africa, we're looking at vacancies in East Africa, for example. We're looking at recruitment in East Africa, or taking the model to a different area, or in the States as well, for example. And that's what we're planning to do within the next 5 years.
Also, not only taking the business, replicating it in different part of the world is only the strength, but one of the aspects we would like to differentiate ourselves is also the branch of providing training within the context of the healthcare. As we have found per research, you do have the candidates, you do have the position advertised. Often there is a lack of support and mentorship in order to help people grow their career and become the elite in the profession. So eventually we would like to grow also into supporting both our employer and the employees into acquiring additional training to sharpen their skill, keep up to date, especially nowadays that AI is a very reality into our society, and to be able to offer training that keeps people up to date, not only in their skill, but how the fourth revolution is moving forward in AI is quite important to us. I would definitely recommend this training to anybody that is serious about opening a recruiting agency, because the material given is quite extensive. It's really, if you don't mind the pun saying, it's a package for dummy, in the sense you have everything that it takes to be successful, but you do have to do the work. As in everything, you have to put the commitment to it, you have to be focused, you have to keep your target, and you have to take accountability for what you expect to reach and achieve. Definitely, it's a thumb up for me, and I would recommend it.
I would recommend it to anybody who has. I've attended a few talks with people who tried to sell courses before, and this was the most convincing, and it also because it ticked a lot of the boxes that I wanted. And I've looked at different models, but this was the easiest, even though it asks you to be, I guess, a little gutsy. But then I think they say the reward is behind the pain that we go through of learning how to do the business. So I highly recommend it to anybody who's interested.